All right, so I've been getting a little bit cracked at Geoguessr again, which is good. I'm still, not one of the best in the world, but I'm decent. And I guess in this particular video, all we're going to be doing is trying to, take our time. Not too much. Like, I'm probably going to do under a minute on every round and just try and, kill it. I'll explain every round that I can as well, by the way. I think this is France. We see what appears to be French on that sign. And we have the EU strip. Now, this to me looks like an Italian plate because we have blue on each side, which is interesting. And we see it there. We don't see it there. Don't appear to see it there. So I'm thinking, could we be, on the French-Italian border? So maybe some Italian plates kind of crossed over. We have a yellow plate there. Could be an old French plate. Kind of a weird round, to be honest. But I think, based off of what I'm assuming to be an Italian plate there, as well as here, I would like to go France near Italy. Doesn't really seem that mountainous, though. I'm going to go maybe not too far from Nice. Let's try it. It was just way, way farther up. I really do feel like those were Italian plates, though. Like, if it was a blue strip on either side like that, it absolutely was. But, I don't know. Looked kind of weird. We have this pole, the leaner. I feel like you get those in these countries, the Baltic countries. Not a great region for me. But I do what I can. I think it's going to be one of those, where am I leaning? I'm so bad with these. I honestly think it could be like, you get those in Poland? I don't think so. Maybe you do, though. I am going to go, do I go Poland? I'm going to go Lithuania. It was Latvia. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad with it. I don't really know how to differentiate because I think they both have leaners. I think a lot of the time you're just trying to determine, like, soil color. Like, here's a little tripod leaner going on. We only have one there. I'm just not good at differentiate. It's like the same round. Pretty much. It's such a similar round. It's crazy. Now, we don't have the poles here. We do have the birch trees. I'm going to go Latvia. Could be Russia. It is going to be Latvia. Back-to-back Latvia? That's kind of crazy. Not a very diverse world. As we have language appears to be, I was going to say Spanish at first, but this looks like a Portuguese license plate. See the blue strip? Barely. I get this is hard to see. Yellow on the other side, that is only in Portugal. See it there as well. Yeah, I think we can pretty much safely say that this is Portugal. Also, these poles are going to be Portugal when it's Europe. They're not like the typical ones you see in Portugal. Portugal has some weird poles. But yeah, this is going to be Portugal. Let's go near Lisbon. 21 miles away. Definitely not too bad there. 4909. And this is, it's got to be UAE right away. It just has a feel like it is. Like, I hate to say it, but a lot of this isn't, and we see a flag here as well. A lot of this, like, comes down to not even knowing the landscape, but just knowing the feel of the camera and, like, the road lines. It just, based on the different colors, my mind can pretty much immediately associate, and camera as well, immediately associate certain countries with where it actually is. So it's the UAE, hard yellow lines. We have the UAE flag all around. These kind of checkered sidewalks as well is typical, and UAE has white car. So I know a lot of people don't like the Meta, which is like the Google car, but, and the camera. but it is kind of unavoidable if you play enough. This road, can we get the right road? It seems to be going northwest. That's typical a lot of these, so we'll go that road. We are 28 miles away. And that is a nice 22.5 to start out with a big miss on France. Like, we're in France. I think I have a 4 country streak. Maybe it's 3. It is 3. So we'll try to get that country streak as high as possible. This is Turkey. See the Turkish on the stop sign? DUR is Turkish. White road lines as well. You can see these bollards, these road sticks, are typical in Turkey. Also can get them in Australia, but this doesn't look like Australia. So landscape obviously still does play a big part in it. These chevrons are going to be in Turkey a lot as well. These are weird mountains. These are weird mountains. I don't know exactly where I want to go here. I think in this range, really not positive. They're too, it seems like the general west. There's some stuff going on to the south, but it seems to be the general west. So maybe like one of these roads. What's the road orientation? We can tell from the compass over there. Can you guys see that? You can, barely. So it curves, you know, northwest. And I don't know, it's tough because the road's kind of like, not exactly, but like north-south enough, but it's curvy. And there's a weird kind of feed in here. Like, this is very 5K-able to a good player taking their time. This thing here in the middle. I'm not really going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to look for a road. This is going like southwest. Southwest to northwest, or is that southwest? Yeah, I think so. It's going like going southwest and then curving around more towards like the true west. Is there a road that fits like that? I mean, it's such a weird like feed in action going on. Not really gonna look too hard for it because I'm not even sure if I'm in the right area. Could be like anywhere, you know. So I'll click there. I mean, it seems like it doesn't fit, at least from a preliminary glance. But I think we're gonna be it's whatever. It could be anywhere, right? And here was the road. Here was like the weird action going on. Yeah, I'm just not good enough to be able to figure that out that quickly. But we are on a 4 streak. Can't really read what that says. Looking at the poles, looking at the road lines. US Highway 212. Got some corn. The road is just so weird looking. It's a dark road is why I'm really saying that. I think it's going to be fairly far north. Usually the roads in the south are a little bit lighter because they're concrete versus the asphalt, which is better for snow. The asphalt roads are. East-west road, we're never going to find US Highway 212. I can just promise you. East-west, it could be anywhere from like Kansas through Minnesota. It's a random road. I'm going to go bang right there. And it is going to be Minnesota. There is 212. I could have looked for it. We don't have time for that. All right. We're going to get through as many rounds as we can. It's really, you know, we're worrying about the streak. This just feels like Thailand right away. Just seeing this car. Do we see Thai script? Yes, I think we do. Concrete road. Thai pole. We're going to go Concane, the new hedge. 120 miles away. Not horrible. Should have just clicked middle. Ooh. My immediate thought was Baja. Like Baja California, Mexico. Yellow line. You remember when I was telling you about the camera generation and like how you can just it feels like one place because of the Google car? Mexico colors here. I think it's Mexico, and I'm gonna go Baja California. It just feels like the type of coverage that's around there, which I know stinks that I'm using that, but it's kind of impossible to ignore like the feel. So I'm gonna go Baja. This is all this stretch is Baja. I think it could be anywhere in there. I'm gonna go real south, and it was just southeast of Mexicali, way more north than I went, but you know, and we're right enough. This round could present a bit of a challenge. Motorbikes feels like Southeast Asia with English. I think for that reason, it has to be the Philippines. Got the flag. Is the Filipino flag. Checks out. Can we get anywhere close? Manticao. Can I find that real quick? Not going to spend too much time looking for this. Did I see something that said general? Need general something. I felt like I read something that said general. But now I am completely second guessing that. I think Manticao is the area that we are in. Would be my guess. I think that's probably a region. Whereabouts is it? Kind of feels to me like Davao, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. Manticao. We'll do a very, very quick look. We'll check Palawan as well. Don't see any Manticao. There's Panay. Manticao. Sometimes when I'm doing the recording too, I could just miss it. When you're talking along, it becomes a little bit more difficult to kind of focus on things, but I'm going to go ahead and just send it. It is going to be Davao. I mean, that's pretty small. Never would have found that. But country streak is 8. We're at 18.8. We have time. The country streaks get a whole lot easier. This is just Austria. Huge mountains. We get these bollards, especially with the little cap, I think are specific to Austria. But these ones with the red and the black cap, the ones with the black on the back are just turned the other way. But this is Austria. Pretty big mountains here. We're leaving Winklern. Or Winklern. Hopefully that was close enough. I don't know where that is, but the mountains are pretty big. They go for a long way in the south, long way to the north and northeast. We're in a bit of a valley. Maybe it's more flat to like the west. Kind of tough to say. But that could be like anywhere, dude. Just in a little random valley. The odds of finding this place, I feel like are fairly low. Just because there's so many options. If I took the time, like absolutely, because we know we're 100% in Austria. Like the only other option is Slovenia, and it's not that. I mean, the language doesn't fit like at all. I don't think the mountains are quite big enough for as far west as I am. But again, it's a valley. Like I feel like this area would kind of fit as well. So it's tough to say. There are just so many names to read. Again, it's going to be pretty difficult to find. So I don't see it. Don't see it. And the mountains aren't like giant. So maybe right in this area is like kind of a good idea. But again, it's tough to say because we're trying to look around mountains to see where it might be flat. And that's a fairly tough task. I think this area kind of fits. There's like a Winkel. You know, that's as close as I think we're going to get. Is there a lake here? That'd be helpful. Not that I can see, but I mean, maybe there could be one to the east. Which kind of fits for this this road. City is to the northeast or so. I don't know. Let's go right there. Do we have any road signs other than that? I don't think so. Road curves to the south. I mean, this kind of fits to me. But we're not really like next to a castle or anything. I don't really know what this is. There's a big church right to the northwest. Don't really see anything like that. I mean, unless that's what that is. I don't know. It's going to plop down. Nope, not even close. There it is. Wink Learn. I knew we didn't have the name of it, but I'm like, Wink's close enough. And it wasn't really too flat to the west. We were just right in the middle of mountains. It's kind of tough. I want to get a 5K on one of these, but it becomes difficult if you're trying to do it quickly at all. I hate to do this, but white car, I can pretty much already narrow this down based on how it looks. These are, I believe, Chile poles. So we are in Chile. The white car fits. We have Spanish. It's real dry. I'm going to go fairly north, but maybe like Copiapo kind of fits to me. Even more north, Iquique. But it could have really been anywhere in that range. All right, so Gen 2 camera, which is, you see this little blur right here? Yeah, you can see it on camera. And the top here as well. That is Gen 2 camera. It's found pretty commonly in South Africa, where I think this is. Where is Gen 2 popular? Baja California. That's kind of how I felt that earlier. The UK. Australia, I think. I mean, there are a lot of places, but it just looks like South Africa too. But with Gen 4 camera, like, would I be as strong about it? And it's Spain. Yeah, just tricked. Spain Gen 2 camera as well. I'm pretty bad at Spain. It also just really feels like South Africa to me. So I just got tricked. I think a good player would recognize that these poles are not in South Africa, but I just don't know that. It really does feel like South Africa to me. So just a miss. We'll try to get that streak back with this one. I've had this round before on video for sure. I think it's Taiwan. I remember this round being really, really, really weird. And the only reason I got it is because I thought this was Chinese. I've had this on video. I don't remember where it is, but it's Taiwan. I think just because of the Chinese. Again, not really sure where, but yeah. Definitely had that round before. It seems really familiar. It's on this channel. Some of you may remember it. I know it seems crazy. Like, who's going to remember that? Some of you will. Ooh. This is Gen 2 cam. I'm so confused. We have dashed road lines, which is like Sweden. Not Sweden. Like, very clearly. De Casa. So I think it's weird Italy. Could this be like Sardinia? I think Gen 2 is popular in like Sardinia course as well. I'm gonna go Sardinia here. It could be anywhere, dude. It really could be. It was Spain again. Thought about Spain as an option. You know why I went with Italy, or well, Sardinia counts? Because of the Z. And Z's are more like common in Italian than it is Spain. I thought about Spain, especially because we were tricked on that one. But okay, I'm not going to get tricked on Spain for the rest of the evening. For the rest of the video, we are 19 minutes in. I'm going to go till this streak ends. We got Norway. We have road lines, these long dash lines, wide road, red and white. It's pretty Scandinavian there, and big mountains. This is just a classic, very, very, very typical Norway round. Really north, though. I guess I heard my dryer going off. This can be Taiwan. We get Taiwan poles. It's like the caution all the way down to the bottom. So we see here, where in Taiwan? We got a big, 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 big mountain in the northwest. I don't know. Maybe it's more large than it is. Um, I mean, could it be Mount Sylvia? I think it could be. Let's go. Let's go in here. Nope. Different mountain. Yeah, I think Mount Sylvia, just based on being on the map with a name, probably bigger than the mountain that we saw. All right, this is again Gen 2. I think it's going to be Australia. No. I think it's South Africa. Feels more South Africa for sure. We had a true stop sign. I think in Australia it's give way. So, yeah, I mean, South Africa, the people look like they might be more common in South Africa than Australia. We're going to go. Yeah, I don't think it's Cape Town. I'm going to go Bloemfontein. Not too far away. France, maybe? No, the houses don't look like it. Houses feel like Hungarian, maybe. These poles. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Hungary. Feels pretty flat. I'm going to go southwest. Wow, super east. But it was Hungary. Streak continues. These bollards, we get a little peek of one. From behind is going to be the real key about what these look like. Okay. I'm a little confused. Non-EU plates. These bollards, dude. What are those? Now, I thought they might be like Swiss. I think there are ones in Switzerland that look like that. But in Switzerland, there's low cam, which is a camera lower to the ground, and that is just not the feel we have at all. What are those bollards? Non-EU fits for Switzerland too with the bollard. I mean, I gotta go Switzerland here, but usually I think almost always, if not always, the camera is low cam here. So I am a little bit confused. I'm gonna go Switzerland. I'm okay with being wrong. Sweden. Sweden has non-EU plates with those bollards. This is a different view. This is taken at a different time. So I can't actually see what the round looked like for me. But man, like I didn't even really look at the trees too much. I was keyed in, one track mind, and got burned. But that's going to do it for the video. Shorter videos, and this is still like 25 minutes long. Shorter videos will lead to more videos, which means, you know, less of a drop off in the time for me uploading. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.